my beautiful budding bakers. What a wet, miserable day we have today, so I need to cheer ye all up. What can I do to cheer you up? Red velvet. What? Red velvet. Not only am I doing red velvet, I'm also doing red velvet with marshmallow topping. OMG. Look at this beauty. Can you see the shiny, glossy deliciousness that is red velvet? So, I am going to give you a rundown of our ingredients. So, this morning we have got 2 eggs. We have got 100 grams, as you can see, really soft butter. That is the key to red velvet. We have got 230 grams of caster sugar. We have 250 grams of plain flour. We have got a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We've 2 tablespoons of cocoa. We've a teaspoon of baking powder. We have a teaspoon of bread soda. We have a teaspoon of vinegar. We have 200 mils of buttermilk. We also have a little bottle of our red food dye and beautiful little red cupcakes. Thank you, Peter, from Bake World. So this morning I'm using my beautiful clay mix yet again. So, what do you mean? What do you mean I forgot something? I didn't forget anything. No, you got the days mixed up. What do you mean? How could you get the days mixed up? Because she's a mixer. Ruby got the days mixed up. I believe there's a party. There's a party going on. There was a party going on yesterday. Caitlin, Bannigan, were you 5? Yes. Her mom Elaine Fagan? Oh my goodness. Caitlin, you were 5. So sorry. Ruby got her mixed up because she thought yesterday was Tuesday and not Wednesday. So Wednesday was your birthday and you were 5. Happy birthday, Caitlin. You're amazing. So this recipe is for you. 5. Oh my goodness, can't believe you're 5. Okay, yeah, okay. We get things mixed up every now and again. So, to start with, we have got butter. In goes our really soft butter. Look how soft that is. It is sloppy soft. In it goes, every morsel. Followed by our caster sugar. In goes our caster sugar. Glunk. Down our mixer goes. And we're going to turn this on. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. I will push this so that Lucy can show our mixer in action. All you're doing at the moment is you've got your really soft butter and your caster sugar and it's beating away nicely. You're going to follow that by 1 egg. Wait until it amalgamates. You can even see the difference already. Turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. Now, before I do anything, I am going to warm my buttermilk, only for about 20 seconds. The reason I am warming that is because I want everything at room temp. I have got my plain flour. I've got my cocoa powder. In goes my cocoa powder into my plain flour. And I'm giving it a gentle mix. Gentle, gentle. Followed by my teaspoon of bread soda. Lads, this recipe is foolproof. It is absolutely divine. In goes my baking and my bread soda. So I have a teaspoon of each. 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and I'm just going to give them a little mix in my flour. I have slightly warmed my buttermilk. Ready to go, ready to go. Get my buttermilk. To my buttermilk, I am adding 1 bottle of food dye. I am also adding my vinegar and I'm also adding my vanilla extract. Now there is a reason I am adding vinegar to my buttermilk. Buttermilk is that it's acidic product. So you have got baking powder and you've got the vinegar and you've got your buttermilk. The minute the baking powder hits the buttermilk or vice versa, the minute the buttermilk hits the bread soda, Kaboom! You have got this amazing chemical reaction that will just explode in your oven. You will have the lightest, fluffiest, tenderest cake crumb ever. So the secret to your red velvet is that buttermilk. You must have your buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, you can use same amount of milk and you add 2 teaspoons of lemon juice and you leave it sit for 10 minutes. And nothing beats the Irish buttermilk. Now, can you see the change of colour we have in the mixer? I'm going to slow it down. And I'm going to shake, shake, shake. Our flour, followed by our red soup. Flour mix. The only reason people are put off by red velvet is first of all the list of ingredients. Get everything ready, mise en place the night before, and we're not even 6 minutes in and we're nearly done. Problem is, people think that if you throw your baking together without weighing up the night before or taking time to prep, everything will come together. It does when you prep like a queen. Boom, boom, boom. The last of the red goes in. And I am tidying up. And I will turn that right in. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. Teeny to go. Lads, that's it for washing up. Now, K-Mix, slide over to Trish. I had to do the red K-Mix. I mean, lads, we're doing red velvet. And hop the rebels! If you're from Cork, listen, red velvet is a must. So, I'm going to show you this amazing mousse-like, because your buttermilk is acting with the bread soda. So you've got your acid, you've got your alkaline, and all I'm doing is I'm scratching right down at the bottom. You have another gadget in the K-Mix, which is a cake scraper, which you can use, but I don't know, it's old school. I like to get down and I'll scratch my bowl regardless. So to be honest, the attachment with the paddle is wonderful if you really don't want to scratch the bowl, but I've been doing this for years and years and years, and I will always scratch the end of the bowl. Look at that batter. Beautiful. So, thank you, Ruby. Amazing. So, we have got our gorgeous cupcakes, courtesy of Peter Dunn. Thank you very much from Big World. So, in goes our batter. I use trusty ice cream scoop. Every time, without fail, you will have the same cupcakes baked at the same time. They will have equal amounts of batter in each little scoop. Portion control. And laugh not, I use an ice cream scoop if I'm doing mashed spuds, because then I can say, do you want 1 scoop or 2 scoops of mashed potato? Oh, I only want 1 today. And it's fantastic. So scoop your mashed potato using an ice cream scoop. Now, we've got 12 already. You should make about 15 to 18. It depends on the size of your eggs. Now, I have used large eggs. We might get another 3 out of this. So, 1, 2. Oh, sorry lads, the scratching. Ooh. Now, I am not leaving any batter in the bowl for Mr. Manners. You can sod off. I want every last delicious blob of red velvet to create a cupcake, because it's not going in anyone else's belly. So in it goes, in it goes. These will go into a preheated oven of 180 for 20-25 minutes. Check. Do not leave them go longer than 25 minutes or you'll end up with a harder cupcake. These are delicious. They are light, they're fluffy. If you were blindfolded, they're a cross between a chocolate cake, a vanilla cake, but the pièce de résistance is the marshmallow filling. Stay with me. So, in go our cupcakes. Alexa, set timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
I hope I haven't set all the alarms off in Alexa all over the world. So can you with me? Can you with me? Stay with clean as you go. Then just give it a rinse, as we might actually use the bowl again. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is our... What are we going to do? Trisha's brain freeze. Facebook Live. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Lads, we're doing the meringue. So, the marshmallow meringue topping. Look at this. Look at this shiny, glossy deliciousness. Now again, this takes skill now. I'm going to ask my Lucy to see if she can follow me around this way. Can you see if she can follow? The skills now requires this more. Whoa! Bit of a speed wobble, okay? Bit of a speed wobble. Coming over here, coming over here. Woo! So all I'm doing here is I have got 2 tablespoons of water. In it goes. Followed by 200, I know, look away, 200 grams of caster sugar. Then I have 3 egg whites. In it goes. I have 2 tablespoons of 1, 2 golden syrup. And all I'm doing is I'm putting my pot over a pan of water, and I'm going to let this dissolve. Now, this will take exactly, because I've timed it, 5 minutes, where you end up with an almost gelatinous goo, hot, because the eggs are being cooked from the heat of your pot. You've got your sugar dissolved, because what you don't want is a marshmallow that has grit. And the only way to test for grit is literally feel the egg between your fingers and the sugar. If it's granular, it needs more time in the pot. So again, you need to stir this for 5 minutes. The 5 minutes when you are stirring, don't worry, you're not going to lose the will to live. I'm not going to leave you here for 5 minutes stirring a pot. But while you're stirring the pot for the 5 minutes, you will remove the bowl when it's hot enough, and you're going to pour it into your clean bowl from your Chemex, and you're going to let that beat for exactly 7 minutes. You can, at that stage, add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract to your marshmallow and half a teaspoon of cream of tartar to stabilize your egg whites, so they will end up with this delicious, chewy spring sprung. So I'm going to ask Lucy to return to her seat while I stir, 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 and explain a little more. Thank you, Lucy. That was amazing. Now, the only reason, of course, Lucy is up like a starling this morning is because her favourite cupcake in the whole wide world is the red velvet cupcake. So the red velvet is traditional in regards to the topping with it's a flour, roux, butter, icing sugar, which is very traditional down south. In Ireland, it seems to be the cream cheese topping, which I can put a recipe up for the cream cheese topping. But I don't know if many of you know, but with the cream cheese topping, you do have to have the red cupcakes chilled with the cream cheese, and they need to be devoured on the day. So they need to go into the fridge. The one thing I find with the red velvet sponge is when it does go into the fridge, you lose that spring-sprungy texture. So for me, I would go almost down the route of your traditional buttercream, because you can get cream cheese flavouring, which is yummy, which means that your EHO, which is your environmental health officer, is thrilled because you're not using a high-risk food, i.e. your cream cheese. So the next stage, of course, is your marshmallow. So the marshmallow, as I said, looks as if it's dissolved gelatin. It looks very strange. You think, how am I going to make a marshmallow topping with this? But you keep the faith, you keep the faith. So while that is going to be bubbling away, not bubbling, simmering away, I present to you red velvet cupcakes. So lads, don't have a heart attack when it comes to red velvet. Red velvet is very easy. You have your mise en place, you have everything ready to rock and roll. It will take you about 6 minutes to make the cupcakes. Okay, yes, it does take time to make the marshmallow frosting. All I am doing is I am dissolving this in the pot. It gets really, really hot. The minute it gets really hot, normally within the 5 minute frame, you put it into your beautiful K-mix or your mixer, and you beat the living daylights out of it for 7 minutes. the bowl will actually remain still hot. As it's whipping, it's cooling, and more air is going into it. This deliciousness is absolutely divine. So if you're going to try something, try the red velvet, try the marshmallow. And Caitlin, who's 5, this is dedicated for you today. Cannot believe you're 5. I'll have to have words with Ruby now tomorrow and see if she can behave and not get things mixed up. See you tomorrow at 10.